Hey, welcome to your monthly tarot reading of April. I know we are halfway into April, but this is just what happened. I did not have time. The first deck that I will be pulling cards from is called Cosmic Tarot. This is what Cosmic Tarot looks like. The main card for this reading, for this particular spread, is the Star. Star has a lot to do with divine inspiration and understanding your role in the universe. So this is for highly spiritual people. It's telling me that the people that are watching this video are not just, I don't know, just everyday folks. Like whoever's watching this is obviously very spiritual and figuring it out. And they're figuring it out, their role, at least understanding that they have a significant spiritual role. They're discovering this now, not like next month and not last month. They're discovering it right now. And this could even have, this card is also the Aquarius card, and it also has a lot to do with non-earth based things. Like it can do with like people wanting to learn more about aliens or astrology or things that are based, or at least perceived to be based, in outer space. Different star nations, so on and so forth. Congratulations to whoever's watching this. You're understanding your role in the universe. And in the past, we have the Emperor card. So the Emperor can mean a very square, rule-oriented individual, just rigid, just a rigid outlook on life. But also, it's also a card that represents a CEO. So somebody who makes hiring and firing decisions for the company that they own, or at least a C-suite level executive in some company. But since they're so rule-oriented and regimented, like they wake up every day at the same time, and then they eat lunch at the same time every day, they get home from work at the same time every day, and then they also eat dinner at the same time every day. It's not a really flexible person, even though they do have a lot of success in the business world, especially with their own business. But right now, they're starting to understand that they have a higher, more spiritual role in their life. Maybe they want to change their business so that it does feed into the spirituality of the collective, rather than just a money-making entity. And in the near future for April, we have the Eight of Cups, and this has to do with giving up too early and excessive modesty. So maybe whoever this is for, if they are a CEO of a company, then and then they've discovered something spiritual about their lives, they need to, even though they might have a spiritual bent right now, to not give up too early on their dreams, or to not give up, or to not be too modest about their achievements. Because if they're kind of changing their tone and they're changing their outlook on life and their role, even though it is good to be selfless in some ways, it is also important to, just advertise everything that you've accomplished so far in your life. So don't give up too early on your goals, especially if you've started to realize some spiritual things about yourself, because we have it's right after the Star card. So also maybe you're disappointed because of some relationships around you, something like that. This is a really heavy-hearted card, see? So but it has to do with excessive modesty and giving up too early. Now, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is in the hidden position. So you're being spontaneous, which is really good. And just kind of flying by the seat of your pants every night, which is good. And you're being actually really successful at it. Maybe you are going out a lot, and then you, or just, don't have regimented plans like this guy here, but you don't really realize that because you're kind of in this spiritual mode or something like that. So just, this is actually working out pretty well. But I will say, in the tendencies of development, aka future, of this particular spread, we have Temperance, which is about balance and harmony. So that's telling me that right now things are not balanced and they're not harmonious, especially with the spontaneity. And then in the near future, you're giving up too early on something. Things are going to come back around and they're going to be balanced, because these two cards are not similar. So if this describes you, we've had a huge swing, a huge paradigm swing. So probably in your mind and in your head and in your heart and in your body, you have to find some balance here, some middle road, and not being so extreme, because like I said, these are extreme differences. All right, so but congratulations on understanding your celestial mandate. The star is a celestial mandate. Congratulations on that. Okay, I'm gonna pull from another spread now, and this is the Edgar Allan Poe. Look at these cards. I know they're beautiful. I'm gonna shuffle these a little bit. Okay, so this is a really interesting deck. I just have to put that out there, and I haven't read from it a lot. The central card of this particular spread is the King of Paws. So this is going to be the King of Pentacles. So you are doing really, really well when it comes to being practical and earning money. Okay, this you're even to the point where you can lend money to others. So let me go ahead and take a picture of this spread. So once again, King of Paws, very family-oriented individual, very mature man when it comes to making money and being practical and providing for their family and their loved ones. Actually, they're so good at making money. A lot of times they can be a financial advisor, but I also want to say that this particular man is somebody who you look at and you can't tell he's wealthy, because he's going to be wearing like everyday clothes, and he's going to have probably a regular everyday car like a Toyota. He's not going to be driving a flashy Mercedes-Benz, even though he could easily afford one. He's probably going to like camping. He's not going to like stuff like tarot. Going to be Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So once again, very practical individual. So this does lend me to believe that this could also be the Emperor in the last deck, because, or the last spread, because good with money and good with things like business. Okay, Ten of Quills is in the past. Now, Edgar Allan Poe, we have a little quote on here. It says, "Weep now or never more." This is really great that this is in the past, because this has to do with, it's actually a Ten of Swords. It has to do with a lot of confusion in your past. All right, so this could be confusion, especially when it comes to, because I'm getting some stuff with work, disorganization, confusion about what your goals are. Maybe you didn't have a mission statement. Maybe you're all over the place. Maybe you didn't run things very well because everything going on in your head was totally crazy. I don't know, but it's going to be something similar to this. But once again, this is really good that it's in your past. So all this confusion is in your past. Okay. Now in the near future, we have, and so this is the Lover's card, and I'm trying to read the quote. So this is the Lover's card. So whoever's seeing this, they have probably a relationship coming up in the near future. It says, "And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life, and my bride." Yeah. So if this is you, in the last spread, this was excessive modesty, or like giving up too early. So maybe you're giving up too early on a relationship, or maybe you don't brag about yourself enough to your partner. Maybe you don't brag about yourself enough to other people, but it doesn't matter, because you have the Lover's card coming up. All right, so this could be near the end of April, or this could be like next month, but it's in the near future. So in the hidden position, we have the Knight of Quills. They think a lot, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and higher education is very important for them. They're caught in their head quite a bit. So this person is either going to be a separate person from the King of Pentacles here, which is the King of Paws, or it's like a shift, because there is this Ten of Quills in the past, which is a lot of confusion. So somebody who would have grown from all this confusion, would be a Knight of Quills. It would be the individual who actually did grow. Now, This is not a king. So they're going to be a little bit more immature than a king. A high regard for college degrees and things like this, and for information, for intellectualism. But once again, and they can even be eccentric in their thinking patterns, except that they are not as mature as a king. And if this is the same man as the King of Paws, he's actually doing this less, doing this thinking less, and doing and being more practical more. Or else these could also be two separate individuals. Like this could be the father. The father's practical, kingly individual who's good, adept at making money. And then this is like his son who's just thinking all the time, thinking about how they know how to make money, but not actually doing it. Very smart and very on the forefront of thought, because the knights are on the forefront of things. 3 of Candles. Okay, so this is going to be the 3 of Wands. See that card? Like, these cards are very interesting how they're drawn out. Okay, I can conceive nothing more sublimating than the strange peril and novelty of an adventure such as this. May God grant we succeed. This has a lot to do with personal growth. This person is, whoever this is for, is growing a lot in the month of April. I mean, I just was like, there's so much going on in this spread here. This has to do with owning your own strength. So whoever this is kind of like they're kind of struggling. Maybe they think that they know everything, and this spread is obviously saying you don't know everything. You're going to be learning throughout the rest of the month, and you're even going to be doing activities by the end of the month. There are a lot of things about yourself that you don't understand, because if the King of Paws and the Knight of Quills are the same individual, this is like a person like almost two-faced. They think a lot, they're eccentric, and they are on the forefront of knowledge, but at the same time, this is not making them money. This thinking, getting caught in the thinking, is not making them money. This is making them money. Being practical, understanding how money works, and understanding that you got to be practical on all levels, and it's okay to keep your money for yourself. So sometimes the King of Pentacles is accused of being greedy, but it's not greediness. It's more like they are very conservative when it comes to lending money out. They only want money to go where the money is going to make a difference and actually help people, and to good cause money. They don't just throw it away. They don't just use it on frivolous things that they don't need. It's only for things that are going to be good investments. And then also they're very loving and family oriented, so they're going to spend money on their family. Okay, but you do have love around you this month. So now I'm going to pull a summary card from Goddess Guidance. This is it. Okay, Artemis, Guardian, you and your loved ones are safe, spiritually protected. Okay, this actually has a few different meanings. She has this bow and arrow here, and that actually has a lot to do with focus. And we have a lot of elements here. We have fire, and we have earth, because we have the actual deer and then the actual earth here. And then we have air, because this whole thing, this concept is like focusing your thoughts on things that are gonna bring your goals to fruition, right? And so you're really focusing on this. You're dropping some of this unneeded intellectualism, or else you're separating yourself from it somehow, and then you're focusing on your business. So I actually think that this reading, I know I read for a lot of females, I think that this is actually for a man. Okay, because King of Paws is a man, and then the Knight of Quills is also a man. So I think they're the same guy. Okay, he's just going through a lot of changes. Well, like I said here, we have the Star and the Emperor, and this is a wide range that is a huge swing, a paradigm swing like you've never seen. And then Temperance has to come right in there and balance it out, because you can't have this huge paradigm shift within one person without them like exploding. Is it probably affecting your body? Yes. Is the change affecting your relationships? Yes. Is this change in paradigm affecting your job? Yes. It affects everything. Have a great night. I'll be back with different types of readings like spirit art very soon. Have a great rest of your April. Bye.